Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to a lunchtime live stream. Now, it's saying I'm live on YouTube, but there is a problem with Twitch, and I don't know if the problem's my end, or their end, or what. But we might just be... Oh, I'm live on Twitch for you. Okay, so basically, I'm live, but I'm getting no feedback from Twitch to say I'm live or how many people are watching or anything like that. So, but I am getting the chats. That's a separate thing. I think the chat's actually done by Jabba. Is that right? I can't remember now. Anyway, hello everybody and welcome to this lunchtime live stream. It's been a little while since I've been live, and it's been a little while since I've done these live streams at lunchtime. I started doing lunchtime live streams when I started working from home, because working from home gives me a little bit extra flexibility and a little bit of extra time because I don't have to commute and things like that. But then my daughter wasn't going to nursery, so that became much more difficult and I stopped doing them. Now my daughter's at nursery, I'm going to give it a go and do a few more live streams like this again. So let's crack on. I see Brandon. I've got a count of 9, but that 9 is all YouTube people. Hello everybody on YouTube. And we'll get OpenTTD open. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't remember what I was doing last time. Can anybody remember what was happening last time? I think I was doing a live Let's Play. Or should we have a look at the Viewer Plus server and see what's going on with that? Might be interesting. I'm gonna spin up OpenTTD anyway, get it up and rolling, and we'll see. We'll see what the situation is. Hopefully, the volume for you guys won't be too. The weird thing is that OBS is telling me I've got two. Oh no, Twitch has just started reporting back now. There we are. Twitch is starting to report now. The last actual stream was the DayZ launch. Well, actually, technically, it was the Arc launch, but we never actually got that to work. Well, we never got it to work on stream. It started working 2 hours after the live stream. Why that's the case, I have no idea. Right, live Let's Plays. Let's have a look. Live Let's Play Season 7, Episode 1. Let's see what the situation is. This doesn't look familiar. This isn't something I was doing recently. A live Let's Play? Live Let's Plays are like mini Let's Plays. According to this, the last Let's Play I've got is Live Let's Play Series 6, Episode 7. I'll show you. I'll switch my screen over. I don't have a default... Oh, I do. There we go. OpenTTD. Here we go. So you see, live Let's Plays. I've done a lot of them in the past. They're just short Let's Plays on smaller maps, usually starting in a later year. And according to this, I'm in a Season 7 Episode 1. Was last time I played this... Does it give me the time? The date? Look, the date column's not showing. It's ordered by date, but it doesn't actually give me the date. Pass. But this is it. This is the map. I remember this. I remember this network. It's all coming back to me. I mean, the company's not doing too bad, but it's interesting. Suntaz on Twitch. Hello, welcome. Brandon on Twitch. Sir Jimmy on YouTube. Hello and welcome everybody. This one, I think, yeah, we were still quite early on in the Let's Play. And we've got Town on Sea, Brandon on Sea Woods. But it looks like, yeah, all of these railway lines that I've put in are kind of Pajamaville. Why have we got Pajamaville? I have no idea why we've got Pajamaville. This is an interesting network. All of these are individual and separate networks. So this is a network from... Oh God, look at that name. There we go then. Tringfing Hill. Yeah, I think I got that right. Yeah, you do have a town name, Brandon. Don't you remember this? You was watching this last time we were doing it. Let's carry on with this, shall we? I'll tell you what, before we carry on with this, I want to pop on... No. We'll carry on with this. There's other things that are going on in my mind to do with OpenTTD, and I think we should just leave them to one side for now and carry on with our live Let's Play. So this is the Arctic environment, whatever it's called. And the company looks like it's got money in the bank. The operating profit just shot up. I have no idea why. Looks like we've got... Let's tell you what, let's unpause it. There we go. Looks like we've got vehicles in each town to help grow the towns. Town on Sea is looking really good. The question here now is, what's the next step? Now, to me, the logical next step would be to then link this all together into one network. But why? Why would I do that? And why are these all terminus stations? I mean, obviously the end of the line at Pajamaville. Ridiculous name. Oh, hang on a minute. Look. Dunwood. I was going to connect Dunwood in. But it looks like we haven't got enough room for that. I might have to extend the land a little bit. Let's see. Can we get another station in there? 2 tracks, platform lengths. Why is that? Let's see if I can... Oh, I think there's been a change to the way that highlighting works. In 1.10, if you look, you can see the white bit of highlight where the station platforms are going to be, and then you've got the catchment area. But if I connect that to the other station, you can see the white squares within that station as well, and I don't remember ever seeing that before. Anyway, the local authority refuses to allow it. Neil's here watching on YouTube. Hello Neil, welcome to the stream. Local authority, they think I'm appalling. I'm not appalling. I've just done a lot of land stuff. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's do this. Wizard Brandon says, oh yeah, you wanted to a snow map because no one actually does snow maps, and the tracks might be to avoid cargo dist. I don't know if we've got cargo distribution on. Cargo distribution. Manual. No cargo distribution, Brandon. I was probably just trying out new things. Let's have a look at the transparency options and turn trees back on. Unlock that. There we go. If you click Control on one of the transparency options, it locks it so that when you toggle it with X, it doesn't toggle. So if we unlock those transparency options, turn them transparent, and then lock it, no matter what you toggle, the trees are always transparent. I think that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant things you can do there with the transparency options. But I'm going to actually put them back. Hayden's here. Love your content. Thank you very much. More content coming. I've got several episodes in the works. I think I'm doing about 2 videos a week at the moment, trying to slip in the odd live stream here and there. If you're not already on my Discord, come and get joined in with the conversation. More and more people coming on there all the time. More and more OpenTTD chatter going on, along with other games as well. There we go. Right, so I've just laid a load of trees, and money seems to be pretty stable. And they think I'm very poor, but very poor is enough to allow me to put a station in. So let's do that. Let's connect that. What? Hang on a minute. What? I thought very poor allows you to build more train stations. Pretty sure it lets you do buses. Anyway. Let's see if we can get it from very poor to just poor. So I'm going to get the local authority screen up. Put some random trees in over here. Yep, it's now just poor. They must really hate me, says Brandon. You're right. Andrew says, when are you doing more updates to your Minecraft world? Okay, so my Minecraft Let's Play series is continuing as normal. So you'll be getting more videos of as that in the normal schedule. I don't know if I've updated my schedule on the website or not. I'm actually going to have to check that now. masterlich.net. Go to schedule. I currently either do a social media post or a video every day. The video could be one from my current series: OpenTTD, City Skylines, Minecraft, EVE Online, or Hellish Vlogs. Also, sometimes I do lunchtime mini streams. So yeah, it's up to date. My website's up to date. In fact, let's post that in chat. There we go. Check it out. Right, let's see. Now they think I'm just poor. Let's put, yeah, the extension on the station. So what we're going to have to do is swap this over like this. And it's going to cause quite a tight turn to begin with. Hang on a minute, I got that wrong. Ugh. We're using... Why is that not... Oh, it's because there's a signal there. I wasn't looking properly. There we go. There we go. I'm going to blame the trees. I don't normally have trees turned on. Let's blame trees. Okay, there's the in and there's the out. Also, the signals are backwards to my main Let's Play, so cool. Brandon says, I think it's the station size and how much land and trees it would delete. Interesting theory, Brandon. I don't think that's the case, but interesting theory. DJ Egg's here. Hello, DJ Egg, and welcome. Brandon and DJ Egg, both Viewer Plus subscribers, and we've been playing CSGO together. We've been playing DayZ together, having all sorts of adventures. There we go. Right, so we've upgraded this train station so it can accept from both directions. Let's get the track at Dunwood sorted. How did I do the other end? Oh, wow. They've actually built lots of things in front of that platform now. Well, let's not make the same mistake again over this side. We've got the station in. So before I mess around with that land, I'm going to put the bus stations in. How was I doing the bus stations on this map? Let's have a look. Okay. Random. Okay, alright. Just 4 random stations in town. Ideally, you want to keep your catchment of your additional stations outside the catchment of the train station, because then that causes like your passengers to be spread away from the train station. Depends why you're putting the bus station in. If you're putting the bus station in purely to help grow the town, see, look, they already refuse to allow it. They hate me as well. Local authority appalling. I think for a train station, you might need different ratings compared to non-train stations. So let's put that in there. They still think I'm appalling. They still think I'm appalling. Still think I'm appalling. Okay, now they think I'm very poor. I think I should be able to get my... I wonder if it's to do with like difficulty settings as to whether they'll let you build at very poor or just poor. Or maybe I'm just remembering incorrectly. That's probably the case. Okay, so we're going to have a new station there, and we'll have a new station. Right, I'm going to get rid of those trees. Over here, and one here, and then one in the middle there. So now I've got my stations in, I don't have to worry too much about annoying the town. Arm says, hello Hellish over on YouTube. Hello there. Brandon says, Neil is also Viewer Plus. Yep, Neil is Viewer Plus. We've been playing a lot of Minecraft with Neil. Neil is the end master. Right? We have a Minecraft... Right, okay, we need to stop just for a second. Our Minecraft server is for Viewer Plus subscribers, and Neil's one of them. Neil has been exploring the end dimension. So much so that the end dimension files on the server are 6 times greater than the overworld. That's a lot of exploring, Neil. Eco-friendly stream, planting trees. Well, it's better than bribing the local authority. Let's get some buses on the go. New vehicle. We can't build while paused in this game, so let's just tell it to go here, here, there, and there. Come on, there we go. Now, I don't know how many I've got going around in each city, but it should be quite easy just to have a quick look. Looks like I've got a team of 5 going around. They're not making any money, but they're what we call a lost leader. Lost leader? What's that, hellish? Well, if you don't know what a lost leader is, it's when a supermarket sells a tin of baked beans at 1 penny. They do it to get 8 million people coming into their store and buying all the other stuff. And therefore profits go up even though they're losing money on the beans. These buses are our tins of baked beans. Network 17's here. Afternoon. Network 17, you won the last of your Plus giveaway. Did you know that, mate? I put it out on social media. I'll have to get you the price sent over to you. What do you guys think about TT 2020 remake? It could be good like the original, or maybe better. TT? Which one's TT? Here we go. Brandon's clarifying. A player has a rating of minus 300 very poor. Active stations and 1 inactive station in town. Oh my goodness. Blah 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 blah. Before a town will let him build another station. Oh my goodness, Brandon, that's complicated, but thank you. Neil says there's no lava in the end. That's why I love it. Oh, typical Neil. Right, let's get this hill out the way now. We don't have to worry about upsetting the locals with that. I'll just put a bit of track in here. So the worst they can do is just put a bit of road in. People say sometimes, Hellish, why do you put track down like this, but you don't buy the land with the buy land tool to save it for later? So this is the buy land tool. So if I was to buy a piece of land like this, it costs 378, whereas if I put a bit of track down, it's like 90, or, well, yeah, 90. So it's a lot cheaper to put some track down. Now you do pay maintenance on that track, but that's like a small amount of payoff. Well, it depends what your difficulty settings are. I'm talking. Right, now we've got to get over this hill. Oh, I can see why I didn't do this. Oh no, we've got a train stuck. How is a train stuck there? Right, well, we can fix this by just joining that temporarily. There we go. Right, we've got to go over this hill. Now, you can't see the hill very well until we get rid of the trees, and then it makes it a little bit easier to see these inclines. I'm kind of thinking of going straight and straight. It's not a very direct route. Or we turn left and go straight here and then yeah, that's better. Right, we're gonna turn left. We've got not masses of money, but we've got a bit of money. I wonder how much that would cost. 37,000? I'll go for it. Plop. Actually cost 52,000. What? Okay, let's. How much is that going to cost? 58,000. Okay, so it's costing him a lot more money than what it's estimating for some reason. Oh, look. We can't see it there. There's an antenna there in the way. So that is where we're going to have a tunnel, I think. So let's get rid of that. Let's pop that back up. And we're going to have to tunnel through. Now, how big is this tunnel going to be? A bit bigger than I wanted, but I can see on the screen where it's going to come out. I'm going to put my thumb on the screen and then even out the land from there this way a little. I'll probably do it a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. There we go. So we've got some long tunnels here, and we can't afford it because we've got no money. Are trains stupid? Yes and no. They're only as... I would say no. No, they don't do... They follow the rules that you give them. And you follow the track layout that you give them. If you give them a stupid track layout or stupid orders, then it's going to go wrong. You give them good orders and a good track layout, then they don't go wrong. So that's probably it. Hey Master, what do you think of the Nether update? Love it. I've got a vlog coming out in the next couple of days, which goes into a little bit more of my first experience with the new Nether update. So, yeah, please feel free to watch that. That'll be, like I said, coming out in within a few days' time. If you're not already subscribed to my vlogs channel, I would suggest you go over there and get subbed on there, because there's some nice interesting extras that come on there. Network 17 says, I received the previous £20 Steam voucher. Yes, this is a new draw. You won again, Network 17. You won a game giveaway this time. Right, looks like we've got some money to build some tunnels. Okay, we've got enough money to build one tunnel, but this is where the tunnel's going to come out. So let's have a look at where we... yeah, we're going to have to... Shall we? What? Why is that train... What? Why are you lost? What is your... How did you... Right, signals, remove. Right, okay. I'm actually thinking that... I want it to come out this way. But to do that, I would have to build across here. And that's going to cost like £250,000. Is it worth it? Can I afford it? Answers to all of those questions are probably no. Let's do this. It's not the most efficient route, but we can't afford the best way of doing it. So we'll bring that down here. And that's going to have to come up. That's the right level. That's fine. Let's just... And it's probably not the easiest thing to see this. These grid lines are not too bad. And then we want a corner here going through that land, and we haven't got the money to do that yet. So we'll bring that back, and then we'll put a diagonal corner through there, put a tunnel there, put all your signals on. Jobs are good, and we haven't got vehicles running in that town yet. Let's do the transparency back again. DGX posted a link to the vlog channel. Or just use a bridge, says Brandon. I could use a bridge, but it would have to be a very long bridge. And I want to start turning a corner. Ideally, I'd want to be able to then kind of go across sort of in this sort of thing. So I'm like skirting under this city, and I can't do that with a bridge without... Well, no, I just can't do that with a bridge. So yes, I have kind of hacked the land a little bit around here, haven't I? Oh well, never mind. Right, okay, so our trains presumably are making us money. Are they not? Are they making money? Let's find out what's going on over here. What are these orders on these vehicles? Are they moving them all to the station, or... Let's have a look. No, they're just circling around and round and round. That's fine. Operating profit? Yeah, it's looking good. The company's making money. I'm just spending it. Brandon says, this reinforces my theory. Currently, you can exploit the game by planting about 200 trees within a town's radius. You may need to clear the area first in order to have somewhere to plant them, but planting 200 trees will raise even a minimum rating of -1,000. Yes. Okay, so if you've got enough room to plant enough trees, you can do it. There is a minimum amount that a rating will go down to with a city. So when you clear an area of trees, your rating drops. So you clear a square of a tree, your rating drops more than planting a tree. So you can't just clear a little area, plant a tree, clear a little area, plant a tree. You have to clear a massive area, let your rating go down to the rock bottom, and it won't go past that. It will want to with that massive area, but then if you plant the trees, it will come back up, and you'll be able to make it come back up higher because it didn't go past that minimum. Probably a bad way of explaining it, but never mind. Ooh, we can borrow more money. There we go. We can get that line finished now. So let's just do a diagonal from here to here. Nope. Let's do it from here. There we go. That only costs £6,000, but we need the money for the track as well. If you want to go diagonal with that land tool, it's Control. Let's get the other tunnel in. There we go, and let's put the signals back. Now, I don't know why these ones here are not path jobby signals. What are they called? Don't know. So that's going all the way through there. We've got signals over here, which is brilliant. We need to make a bit of space for a depot. Depot. Now we need a new train. New vehicle. Right. This is why we're not doing as well as I thought we might be at this stage of the game. Because we're in 1956 and we've only got this steam train. And even though the reliability is good, the top speed's terrible. So that's not great. Jack says, what is your best strategy for upgrading your whole network when going from monorail to maglev becomes available? Okay, so my first part of the strategy is skip monorail. I go straight from electric trains to maglev. Maglev train, from the moment monorail comes out, maglev is not too far away. And electric trains still run reliably and well into the maglev era. So I have no reason to upgrade to monorail at all. So I skip upgrading to monorail. When it comes to maglev, I remove all the trains. I send all the trains to the depots and delete all of them. Get rid of it all. And I swipe across the entire map and use the upgrade tool, which is this at the end. The convert upgrade type of rail. Okay. And then once I've done that, I then put new trains back on. And what I tend to do is I look at the station list, and I look at, and I sort by total weight in cargo, and I look at where all the cargo is, and I just go, oh, there's cargo there, I'll add a train. Oh, there's cargo there, I'll add a train. And I just put trains back like that. Right, let's clone one of these trains. He says, looking for a train. Where are the trains? Is that a train? There's a train. Now, what are the orders of these trains like? Am I telling them to full load at both ends? No. Okay. So that one's full loading at this end. So in theory, this train wants to full load at this end. So is this train 6? Yeah. Full load here, then go. Oh, so we actually haven't got that many trains on the network. I mean, ideally, what we want is the trains to visit all the stations and get them going around in a nice loop with a timetable. That'd be really nice. So Ryan says over on YouTube, greetings from India. Greetings indeed. Hello and welcome. We got Dowood or Dowood, Dowood. No idea. We've got that new town implemented now. We've got that fixed in, so that's all looking very good. Andrew says, anyone got the source for Ubuntu OpenTTD packages? They're on the OpenTTD website. I don't think many people... I wonder what percentage of people run OpenTTD on Windows versus Linux versus all Android, etc. I would hazard a guess more people run it on Android than other OSs apart from Windows. I would have a guess. Right, what's the situation then? Well, the situation is that we're growing our towns, and if we look at the ratings, medium ratings, good ratings, so if we look at this train, where's this train for loading? Pajamaville. And the train on this line presumably is full loading at Brandon. Yep. Then where's this train full loading? I'm a little bit confused about how I'm doing the orders here. Fredingtown. Okay, so this town doesn't seem to have any trains where it's full loading. Where's this train? No, it doesn't. So it's that's kind of the middle of the network. So we've got full load on that side, full load on that side, and then full load on that side, full load on that side, but no full load in the middle here. Keith says, I'm on Linux. There's lots of people that are, but with the comments and questions that I get tend to be from Windows and Android users the most. Maybe that's because I don't get many questions from people who use Linux. Pass. Why do all your O's look weird, Hellish? There's a problem with my fonts. There is a problem with my fonts. Ever since 1.10, there's a bug with the font that I use. It's been fine in previous versions of OpenTTD, And I've been hoping that they would fix it, but I might have to revert my fonts back to the type that is default, which will be a shame. It will be a big shame. So I think we need more trains, and I think I need to change the orders, and I think I want them to visit all of the stations, and I want to timetable it. What do you guys think? Do you think I should timetable this and make it one massive great big line? Or shall I keep it as it is for now and just grow it a bit and see how things go? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Although with this town here, Town-on-Sea, being 3,000 in population, it's probably one of the best towns not to have full load orders, because you're unlikely to need it. Nudger says, I like a good timetable. Brandon says grow. Jimmy says timetable. Oh, do we have time to do a timetable? Timetabling is not... I mean, it's not too bad, but you've got to get it right. We've got 2 votes for the timetable so far. Wow, we've got 40 people watching at lunchtime. I think that is a new lunchtime record for one of these mini streams. How do timetables work? That's a bit of a kettle of fish, Brian. I do. You know what? I'm going to plug my own video here. Go to my YouTube channel. Look at the OpenTTD tutorial. I've got a video dedicated to timetables. I think I explain it quite well, and I think I explain how to do it quite well. So you should be alright if you watch that. But yes. Nudger says, I'm off work this week. Fantastic, Nudger. Timetables are dark magic, says Brandon. Red Slime says, poorly? Poorly what? I don't know what's poorly. Right, Pyjamasville 5k, 2k. Town-on-Sea's actually gone down a little bit and then back up again. These 2 towns probably will start merging sometime soon. Yeah, I do feel we need more trains. And we haven't really got the cash for it. Look, the operating profit's going up, but where's all my money going? I don't know. Yeah, check it out, Brian. And if you've got any questions afterwards, either ask in a stream or something, but on my Discord, we've got a channel called OpenTTD Help. Brilliant place to come. Post in there. There's usually somebody around that will be able to answer you, even if I don't. Loan payments, maybe. DJ, you are partially right. You can see that I do have loan interest, but it's only 6,000 a year. Not a massive amount. I mean, whilst we're sat here, I will repay it, because why not? It's only 6,000 a year, and according to this, our operating profit is 73,000 a quarter. So we're making somewhere in the region of 280,000 operating profit a year. So 6,000 off 280,000 is not that much. If we go, window. If we go in here and look at infrastructure, it's not showing us the costs. So there's no maintenance on that. Is there no maintenance on that? Have we got maintenance turned off? Maintenance. Infrastructure maintenance. Wow, infrastructure maintenance is off. What's the default? Oh, the default value is off. Yes, so we've been playing. Go to my website, Hellish Places, and you'll get the link to the Discord. Or yeah, just go to masterhellish.net. The Discord's on the homepage. I'll put a link straight in there for you. There we go. So yeah, there's a link to the Discord on the homepage, and you can also go to Hellish Places as well. Hellish Places is a fantastic place to go on my website. It gives you a good look at all my streaming places, my video locations, social media contacts, and where you can get in touch in-game as well as the Steam Workshop. So do feel free to check that out. It's a really good page. So yeah, the reason why so many people are finding my Series 6 challenge Let's Play so difficult is this maintenance. I've turned it on. It's normally off by default. So it's not that that's causing us the problems. I mean, where's the money? Oh yeah, the money's gone because I paid the loan off. Where's my money gone? He says. Let's take that loan back out and get loads more trains. Right, okay, we're going to try and double up all the trains. So that train cost us, I don't know, I didn't see it. Let's clone this train. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's in station. Clone. 34,000 a train. So I don't think we're going to have enough money to do all the trains. But I'm certainly going to try. There it is. Clone that train. Off you go. What we could do is timetable the individual links between the towns rather than timetable the entire network. That would be interesting. And then what I think I want to do is get rid of the full load at both ends. Yeah, that would be best. Did I do this one? Oh wow, this one already has 2 trains on it, so we've just added a 3rd train. But that's probably good because of the extra distance. That's the longest link in this whole section. We've got enough more money for 1 more train, so we'll clone that one. And hopefully that will just put our operating profit up. It'll put the ratings up at the station because we'll have trains more regularly visiting the station, and that's one of the conditions for better better amounts of cargo and ratings and stuff. BF Advisor, no, it's not Advisor, is it? Advocator says, just started your UK map. Yes, it's a good challenge, that UK map. Nudger says, oh, I've not done that before. Nudger, play the UK map. Go on. With maintenance. It's not easy, but it's a challenge and it's fun. And you know what? I've learnt a lot more about OpenTTD playing that challenge map because I've had to work out different ways of doing things. I've had to investigate ways round things to improve things just to make my company prosperous. And it's good. Very good. I think I've got enough money now to get the final train. So let's clone that train. Off that goes. There we go. I'm getting messages of negative profit, but I would expect that at the moment. You want me to switch on maintenance now? No. I started this game without maintenance. I'm not switching it on mid-game because I know what it's like to have a big network where the utilization of each line is low. So, for example, we've got a massive line here from Town-on-Sea all the way down here to Fredingtown. Okay? And there's not many trains going up and down it. Okay? The ratings at the stations are not great. They need to come up. And because I'm not making use of that massive line, it probably wouldn't be great. When you've got maintenance turned on in OpenTTD, you have to be careful. You have to make sure that when you build a line, it's going to get used by a lot of trains. Because if you have loads of lines all over the place and you've got very few trains on them, you're not going to do well. You need to... Ideally, what you'd want is one big line between 2 locations, and in those 2 locations you have a little network thing going on here and a little network thing going on here, and you get passengers and stuff, and then you send them along that big line to the other end and they spread out and do their thing. And you're utilising that big long line between multiple services and coming from different towns and maybe from different industries, all going up and down that one big line. So you have lots of different things going down that line, really getting the utilisation up. Jack B says, I started, but I can't complete the UK map because my laptop slows down a lot when not paused. Interesting. I'm not sure if there's anything you can... excuse me. I'm not sure what you would do about that, Jack. Maybe just because it's such a massive map and you've got so many things going on it. Network 17 says, Hellish, have you tried the AUS industry mod, it adds a post office, parcels depots, and sugar refineries. No, I've not tried that one. I've tried the FURS one quite a few times. It's similar in its concept, and I do really like it. It's really good. Okay, so I'm going to continue to pay that loan off now we've got those extra trains. Let's have a look to see what the operating profit does. So we are now in March. So that was December, January, February, March. So when we click through to April, we should get the next point on the operating profit. And I would hope that it would go up. But I don't know. Unknown. We'll have to see. Part of me wanted to go back to my UK map Let's Play for this live stream. The problem is I'm 2 episodes ahead of you guys. And there would be spoilers. So I didn't. I suppose I could put a little spoiler icon or spoiler warning in the title of the stream. Nah. We'll do live Let's Plays of that in the future. We will. Right, it's the 1st of April. We've got a new railway locomotive out. Yes! Its top speed is 80. No! Let's compare the two, actually. Let's go available trains and have a look. So, looking at the two, it is slightly slower, but a lot cheaper. Cheaper to run, and has a much higher power and traction effort. I would say if you're doing short journeys with industrial stuff, the MJS would be better to use, apart from the reliability. So that reliability for the train needs to come up a bit once it hits the 70, 75 mark. That MGS is probably good for slightly longer trains. You may even be able to get up to length 10 without having a big hit. Why are the A and the O strange in the fonts? Basically, there's a bug in OpenTTD with displaying certain fonts. No, it's not the texture pack, Brandon. It's a bug with OpenTTD version 1.10. Nothing to do with texture pack. No mods, nothing. It's a default setting change within the configurations to use a different font. So I'm not using the default font. I'm using a custom font. Not a custom font. A different font. A different standard font. But 1.10 can't handle that different standard font. I believe. I've yet to fully investigate it. What was I talking about? Oh yes, now we're in May, we'll be able to see the operating profit. Okay, it went up a little bit. And to be fair, we've only just put those trains in. So you might find that January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So at the beginning of July, you may find a bigger peak. So we'll hopefully get to the end of July before this goes up. Have you checked out the latest of 1.10.2? No, I tend to upgrade, Shannon, when I get the opportunity to for live streams with other people. So when we do multiplayer stuff and I do live streams with multiplayer things, I always say we play with the latest stable. So before those live streams, I go out and make sure there's an update. If it's a major update, like a point 10, point 11, then I will actively go out and update. If it's a minor update, like a 10.2, 10.3, I tend not to unless I know it's got a fix in it I'm particularly interested in. So not checked it out yet. I don't know if it's stable or not. Let's have a quick look at some of these trains and just have a look at the operating profit. Okay, so it's yeah, 14k. So the new trains are making profit. Now the interesting thing is that these stations will only be pumping out so many passengers at the moment. They've got a particular station rating, and so many passengers will be going to the station. And if I add new trains, those trains will get split. Those passengers will get split up between the existing and the new trains, so you won't see a massive increase in profit straight away. But what you do get is better ratings, and the better ratings at the stations mean that you should get more goods and passengers coming to it. Definitely for goods, I need to check how it works for passengers. I don't know if passengers go to a station no matter what the rating is. I know goods get split up depending on what the rating is, even if you're playing single player. Brandon says, well, all it says is they've updated stability for multiplayer. So there you go. There's no point in me upgrading right now. So that train had an income. Oh no, I thought a train came in and had an income of £7. It wasn't. It was a bus. There's a train. There's a train doing its thing. How much is that train going to get? 14,000. Not bad. Let's pay off some more of the loan. That loan, I just borrowed too much, is actually falling off the charts. Red says, Red over on YouTube says, if anything is more stable than 1.10.1, mostly some crash and desync fixes though. Okay, crash and desync fixes. Yeah, we've had desync problems in the past before. I'm just looking at the hill heights on this. I'm thinking I might dig through that hill. But it's never been too much of a problem. Sometimes on larger maps, I've had to change the refresh and desync times, but it certainly looks to me like we're getting more trains coming through. Oh my goodness, this town has just sprawled out, absolutely sprawled out across my station. This one's surrounding it quite nicely as well. Here at Tringfing Hill, we're not going to get houses being built on the other side of this station yet. Ideally, we want to blow up that house, bring a road out here and bring it across there on the other side so they can build houses. I can't afford that land mass. I mean, how much would it cost to do something like that? There's 1 square, 2 square. You'd need at least 3 squares. Yeah, 1.3 million estimated cost, and I bet it would probably be a little bit higher than that. How are we doing around here? Look, you've got a nice long road on that side. The problem here with this town is that round here they've turned a left, and they can't put buildings there. Now let's just put that as in. Yeah, ideally you want them to be able to build here, but oh well. Brandon says, I remember on the 24-hour game the server would lag when you would zoom out on the Viewer Plus town. Yeah, but that was client-side lag, I believe. Well, there was 2 different sorts of lag. There's client-side lag and other lag. Mastar says, good day. Have you tried the game Minsky before? No. Not tried that game before. Not heard of that game before, actually. I don't think. Doesn't ring a bell. But yes, Brandon. And the thing about the 24-hour game, when I did that, what I should have done was I should have set up the OpenTTD server on my actual server machine rather than having my client and the server running on the same box. My computer is quite powerful. I can run GTA on high settings and things like that. Graphics isn't too bad as well, but I think having it on a separate box would have really helped. Really helped. Let's have a look. Brandon says it looks like Transport Fever. It's early access on Steam. Right. Nudger says it's not as good as Transport Fever. I really enjoyed Transport Fever when I played Transport Fever, and I'm gutted I ain't got round to playing Transport Fever 2. Right, let's get rid of some of that loan. So we haven't got much loan left, and we're in October, so yep, there we go. That's what we were looking for. Can I draw on that graph? Let me see if I can do a drawing. Snipping tool. There we go. Can I get that on screen? There we go. So if we get my custom fuchsia pen out, this is where we were when I said that I was expecting a rise, and we put the new trains in about there. So you can see that we had a bit of bouncing up and down between these points. So you can kind of average that to here. But now we've had a couple of, well, we've had about half a year, and you can see that the average there is up here. So, I mean, if you average these bits out, you're looking at something along these lines. In terms of profit. But then if you average this out, you're looking at that. That's your graph of like a rolling average sort of graph. I've no idea what I did here, but the average was like this. So we had a big spike here, and we've had a big spike here. and this one was definitely due to those new trains. So that's worked out quite well. Tom says, do you think we would ever see a 3D version of OpenTTD? No. Not. I mean, you might get a different game, which is just like OpenTTD, which is 3D. But OpenTTD is about... It's about having an open source version of the original game with better features. So I think you may see games like it, or a different like spin-off or something like that, but I don't think OpenTTD will ever go 3D. It's just not in its nature. You find a lot of open source projects, like if you look at Core 6TH, which is the Theme Hospital open source version, they've also said that they will not go 3D because it's just too far away from the original game. Even though they add improvements to the game and extra features, you don't want to get too far away. Yeah, running the server on the same computer as your streaming isn't from an ideal. Did the same mistake for Minecraft. I can cope with that with Minecraft. 3D would be lots of work. Yeah, you would have to do so many different things. But I'm quite happy with that operating profit. And now, actually, we've cleared the loan as well. So we've got no loan. We've severely increased the profit. And I think if we go and look at some of the station ratings, yeah, good 56. Oh, it's gone down to 55. That's not the best. Very good, 67. Ratings. Very good, 71. So definitely doing a lot better on the station ratings, which again will help with the... Look, we're at 45,000 already. We're getting all sorts of messages about road vehicle incomes being terrible. That's the point. We haven't done road vehicles over at Tringfing Hill. Looking at the time, we're going to have to finish the stream soon. So if anybody's got anything to say before I end the stream, now is the time to say it. Okay, everybody? Because the stream will be ending soon. I've got to get back to work. The local authority don't like me there, so I'm not doing it. I'm not putting them in. We can wait until I get better. What am I now? Still appalling. Oh my goodness. Maybe we'll have to bribe them at some point. But overall, the company is doing really well. The trains are doing okay. The towns are growing fantastically. We're probably going to have to rework some of these railway lines at some point. What I'll probably do is maybe some sort of like where they go in, I will put a connection across here, a junction there, so that trains can go and bypass that station. We'll create it all into one network and it'll be absolutely fantastic. Kudgav says, this is your work, TTD forever. You know what? I would be happy with that. But I've got to get back to my job. That's what pays the bills. And I enjoy my job as well. That's a good thing. Brandon decided to squawk. Brandon does squawk. Let's pause this and make sure I've got it saved before I forget. So OpenTTD live Let's Plays Season 7 Episode 2. There we go. Hope you're enjoying this. Work is a 4-letter word. True, Keith. Wizard Brandon says, give Hellish an infinite map of OpenTTD and he would play it forever. Ooh, imagine that. Imagine a map size which is got no bounds and is continuously procedurally generated as you scroll around. But maybe... Oh, right, new idea, right? You have a small area, and you remember on like strategy games, you'd get a fog of war where you could only see around your buildings and around your units. What if the OpenTTD map was like that, and it only generated out as you built your infrastructure out? So it was an infinite map, but you start with a small area, and you have to build stations and trains and stuff, and every time you put a station down, it would expand the area of the map that you could see, and reveal more towns and terrain to expand your network into. An ever-expanding network of buildings and terrain that would be... Wow! That's an interesting thing. I wonder if anything would do like that. Jack says, what is your work, if you don't mind me asking? I work for a software company in a support, operations and projects manner. At the moment, I'm doing development in C#. Gary says, fog of war around your house, so leaving your house becomes an adventure. What are you talking about in real life, Gary? Because that's exactly how life works in some ways. You only know what's around you that you can see. Brandon says, well, you're a dev, just code it. You know what? If I knew C++, which is what OpenTTD is coded in, then I would probably have a crack at that, Brandon. But no, I'm not learning another language, even though it's very similar. Keith says it's a good idea. Shannon says it's a good idea. Brandon says I know C. You know C or C++, Brandon? I think C is kind of like the original implementation of the language, and C++ is the object-orientated. Nudger says it's getting deep. Whichever Unity uses. Unity has scripting, I think, in JavaScript. I don't know if there's any Lua in there, but I think it's C#. Yeah, so no. You don't know the right language, Brandon, if that's the case. Anyway, we're rambling, going on a bit of a tangent, and my lunch break is finishing very soon. So, with that, I want to thank everybody for coming along and joining the live stream today. Again, if you want help with OpenTTD, come over to the Discord. Myself or one of the other people on there will help you out in the OpenTTD help channel. And I hope you're enjoying the streams. Look out for more videos coming out on my YouTube channel. They are coming out, and remember, if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of the videos I do, go to the notification bell and change your option to all videos, all notifications. But that's going to be all from me for now. Take care, everybody. Thanks again. You're all fantastic, and a special thanks to my Viewer Plus subscribers, who without them I wouldn't be able to afford to do everything that I do in the Master Hellish project. So thanks then. And goodbye for now, folks. Ta-ra.